Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with
Matthew Ames.
Matthew
Ames.
Matthew Ames. Okay, and he just got first place at the Rocky Mountain Collectibles Dawn of Majesty Charity Case Tournament. 83 players, and this man is the champion of it all. And what did you play today, sir?
So I played a bunch of pranks.
Oh, he's out here pranking people.
Bunch of prank
Okay,
kids.
shouting from across the room. Very cool, Matt.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything you want to say before we get into the profile?
Shout outs to RMC, of course. Some super big events recently. It's been super gas. Lots and lots of charity, and shout out to the charity itself. It was a great event, a lot of fun. All the ones that I've played in so far have been gigantic, so hopefully more, hopefully.
Hell yeah, man.
Wins.
Hell yeah. And you got second place at the last one, right?
I did. Sad watching my boy Chris.
Just gotta fluff his ego up a little bit so he can make mistakes in the profile.
He kind of fucking sauced me, to be honest.
For sure.
You
All right.
that out.
Well, let's just go ahead and get into it then, yeah?
Yeah, I'm down. I have a couple more shout outs, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Shout outs to Jeremy Stock.
Okay.
He lends me all my cards. I wouldn't be able to play without him.
Okay.
Shout outs to Landon Oliver. We test all the time.
Very cute.
He's ridiculous. Also got second place. Crazy player. Absolutely a up and coming player. Shout outs to my team, Team PLG. That's Elo, Chris, all the boys. We do a lot of testing as well, and they brought my game up quite a bit.
For sure.
That's it.
Cool. All right, let's get into it.
All right, so I played 3 Lampsies.
Turn around.
I played 3 Lampsies. He's pretty lit.
Yeah, stop.
No pun intended. I played 3 Dripsies. He's dripping for sure. I played 3 Rocks. The Rocks. This is the worst one. I hate it, but card's kind of bonkers. Any card that draws a card is good. I played 3 Fan. This one's my favorite one. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's a play setup for sure.
It just helps you play through as many things as you really want to, because you can set up your graveyard any way that you want.
Yeah, exactly. So why 3 over 2 on the Rocks?
So you just want to max out on names. Like, you just want to play the game as much as possible. Like, if you can play the game more than your opponents, that seems to be a good thing, and you win a lot of tournaments that way.
For sure.
It's just a good, solid, beneficial way to play the game. I played a lot of these cards, these hand trap cards. I hear they're pretty good, but I think I played too many. But I feel like this format, with how it's kind of crystalline, you gotta play a lot to be able to compete. And if you play a deck like this, a lot of hand traps isn't that bad. I played two DD Crows.
Oh, maining the Crows, very cool.
I mained 2 Crows.
Okay.
So this card was interesting all day. It fills the slot of being a good card. Not a great card, not a bonkers card, but it fills the slot of being a good card, and it hits a lot of things.
You heard it here, guys. Matt doesn't play good cards.
I do not play good cards. I play okay cards.
Very cool.
I played 1 Bell.
I'm sick.
Yeah, wait. Boo!
So you'll see why I played 1. You'll see why I played 1 later. But the way that I thought about it, there's a process that I'll explain later. But these 3 together kind of do the same thing, but this card's also technically better because it does more, but DD Crow hits more with interacting less. So
Stop.
I'll show you why. I know, I'm sorry. I played 3 Veiler. I don't like this card as much as the other option, but it's pretty good. It negates card effects. I played 3 Ash. This is kind of an interesting hand trap, this format. You kind of have to play it so you don't just lose. So
Stop.
You don't just lose the game.
I don't ever want to hear anybody say Ash is an interesting hand trap.
I played 3 Imperm. A lot of people thought this was weird and not the best, but I think this card's crazy. Yeah, Chris does not like this card. I think this card is wild. It makes you not lose to Drytron going second. If you open enough hand traps in sequence, this is one of the ones that you want to see, because you can win the game with this card. I played 3 place. 3 place was 3 place. I played the poly build today.
Okay.
I didn't get any super gas out of it, but a couple of times I summoned Toad.
For sure.
And it was just extra. And playing extra fusions, in my opinion, is insane, because you usually use it the same way, but you can keep card economy that way. I played 2 of the fusion spell. I never missed the 3rd one, I'm gonna be honest. It was just pretty good.
I'm tilted.
I cut the.
That against
I did. I cut.
One go.
I cut
You're
the 3rd
playing
one.
1 ghost spell.
I cut 3. I cut 3 poly for an extra pranks.
Yo, wait, I'm sick. I'm sick into my stomach.
The extra pranks was kind of crazy. This was probably the MVP of the deck. Was playing 2 pranks. This card won me at least half my games today. In sequences for sure. Because if you play 1 pranks and it gets dealt with a Cosmic Cyclone, you will probably lose that game if you did not full combo. But if you did not full combo and you half comboed and you're able to play the game at least a little, having the second pranks come up will always win you that game. It won me a lot of games today. I played 3 triple tactic talents. I feel like the card's too crazy to not play because this deck kind of loses to some weird stuff. It loses to things that other decks wouldn't. Like Ash. Like the card that I said was interesting. Okay. And this card lets you play. This card let me play probably 5 or 6 times today when I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So, card's pretty nice. I played 1 Call by Grave for the 1-ofs. I played 1 Monster Reborn. I played 1 Terraforming. This card's an interesting tech, you know. It's kind of nice. I played an Instant Fusion. This card was crazy.
What does that card do?
I believe this card says play through a lot of hand traps.
Oh, okay.
I played 1 Thunder Dragon Fusion. This is probably... It was an interesting play. It was kind of last minute. I knew that I would need it eventually at some point. But the way that I built my deck was really kind of mismatched and brain weird. I just thought about a lot of things and then built my deck that way instead of building it correctly, in most people's opinion.
But it worked.
It worked. Hey, you got first. Fuck it. And is that for like?
Not to mention, I did not lose a match today, which was nice.
Is that for like Anaconda under Contact C or?
That's the bad part.
Okay.
Your boy does not play Anaconda.
I'm sick.
Yep.
I'm sick. You're playing Thunder Fusion without Anaconda?
I am.
Okay, we need to stop this profile right now.
We do because everybody talked. Just kidding. Jokes. And then this shitty card. This card won me 3 games.
Yeah, we don't need to hear about that.
So
Very cool.
fuck this card. This card should not exist. Least interesting card in the deck. But the loop is cool and it wins games that this deck shouldn't. This deck has some very deserved losses. And if you're playing this card and have access to this card, you can win those undeserved losses, which I believe for a long round tournament to be worth it. To be worth it to at least play, because you can win games that you shouldn't, which is usually pretty good. Onto the extra deck, I played 3 Meow, it's pretty obvious. I played 2 Bow. I could not cut this card. I wanted to so bad for the Anaconda or for a multitude of other cards. But I couldn't cut this card. I think this card at 2 is kind of crazy. It won me a couple games, and I knew it would, so that was why I played 2. I played 2 Doodle.
Turn around.
I once again did not miss. I didn't miss the 3rd.
Wait, only 2 Doodle?
I
Wait.
didn't miss the 3rd Doodle.
Yo.
Against me! Against me!
I didn't miss the 3rd Doodle.
You gonna have to answer for yourself right now, man? No, I'm just kidding. You're good. You're good.
Just kidding. I'm sick. I misplayed against him, and I did not shuffle back my Doodle. I didn't even activate my pranks because I'm tired.
Sheesh.
That was just a misplay. Ended
Still
up winning
won.
anyway, so it was okay. I played 1 Roar and Roaster.
Oh, okay.
Most people didn't play this card or cut this card. This card won me quite a few matches today, actually.
Oh, nice.
I played a lot of trap decks. I played against Landon in top 2, and I knew his hand, which was trap card and the field spell.
Sure.
So if I could get to this plus at least an extender play where he doesn't kill me, this is game, because I know 2 of the cards in his hand. This card interacts with both of them, and the card that was on field. So summoning this card kind of saved me the entire match.
Sure.
I played 1 Unicorn. This card was good. It did what Unicorn does and led into this and dealt with the card. This card was crazy. Kills a lot of people, deals with a lot of problems.
It's a hell of a card.
It's a hell of a card. Very expensive. I played 2 Battling Butler.
Okay.
This card was good too. I
2,
could never
interesting.
I could never cut it to 1. There was a Facebook post by Hanko Chow, which is a very maybe not respectable player, but he's good for sure. He's just he's an interesting character is all I'm gonna say. And he put out a lot of really good points about playing 2 Battle Butler. So if you get a chance, go check that out. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I would say like the Thunder Fusion for sure too, but I mean, hey, fuck it. One Mystic
there's a
Mind,
lot
2
of-
Doodle, fuck it, bro. Just keep going.
There's a lot of games that you make a second Butler and it's way more worthwhile than you making nothing. Because
For sure.
if you can't make 2 Butler, you're making baby Brink Kids.
For sure.
The baby Brink Kids, these 2 cards.
Busted.
This card's great. I really wanted this card at 2. This is one of the reasons that I wanted to cut Bow Wow, other than the Predaplant. 2 seemed really good, but I just couldn't find the room. This card was crazy. I think this card is absolutely one of the best Brain Kids cards. A Catastrophe effect that is not seen in terms of you don't really expect it to be there wins games against a lot of matchups. Because Catastrophe effects for any of your Prank Kids attacking is crazy. They don't get activated abilities. It kind of sauces shit-alls. I just think that card's insane. And I played Toad. This card put in a lot of work today. Poly build. I think it's kind of necessary.
Nice.
For my side deck, I played 3 Catastrophe. Never sided it once. Didn't see any Drytron. Kind of unfortunate. I played 2 Bell and 1 Crow. So this is why I was playing 1 Bell and 2 Crow, because I could side into the ones that I like better in the matchup. And there's a lot of matchups that this card's really good against that this card isn't, aka Tri-Brigade. This card is not that good against Tri-Brigade.
Yeah, it's not functional.
But this card, it's kind of just generically good. So there are a lot of matchups that you're going to side this into that the card's just going to do what it needs to do, deal with a problem, and go for 1 for 1 for something. This card might not do that. This card might go 2 for 1. It might go 1 for 1. It might just sit in your hand and not do anything. So I didn't want to have those games where the Bell did absolutely nothing. So I didn't play more than 1. I played the 1 for other reasons. I played 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 3 Twin, deal with back row decks. They're kind of scary. Twin's crazy. I think you need a quick play way to deal with spells and traps for a lot of reasons.
Prank matchup for sure.
Prank matchup, Tri-Brigade matchup, it's just good. The Harpies it's just Harpies. 1 Red Reboot, this card's crazy. Never got to resolve it today because I never drew it. It's 1 of. I played 1 Imperial Order, never activated it, never resolved it because it's 1 of. I played 3 Judgments. This card's crazy for being Judgment, and it wins you going first if you draw it, because sometimes there's games that you need to win. Guarantee yourself in your mind that you're going to win. So you side this card, you draw it, and you can guarantee yourself in your mind that you're going to win. So you have more confidence going into play. That's my deck profile.
Very cool, man. Well, good job. Congrats. First place. Making me stay till like 1 a.m. for this profile. Very cool. Well, hey guys, thanks for watching the deck profile, and we'll catch you guys next time.